Season 2 is back, and we went 18-2 with this team that I'm going to share with you right now. And technically, we went 16-4, but you will see why, because 2 of the matches just completely froze out, and when I came back in, it was already over. So guys, welcome back. I am going to go over my team that I used to go basically 18-2, except it was 16-4, but you will see exactly why. It was pretty annoying. Other than that, I could have won all those matches too. But you will see what's going on. So I highlighted the matches. It's not all 20 matches. Just put out the highlights. I put in that loss that I mentioned, the 2 of them. And you will see. But I used Hunter, Azu, and Reggie. Obviously trying to climb that ladder really quick. And we got to it this morning. We went to rank 6 by the end of the video. So I wanted to basically go over with you guys how it went. So I started out with Hunter, Azu, and Reggie, which I am going to switch over to Hypno, because I was like, Hunter is a little glassy, and Hypno is just all over good. And then Hunter, you know, it could be like this, but the winner could be like this too. It could sweep so many, but I figured I just play it a little bit safer, go to the points, so I used Hypno. And I used Hypno with Shadow Ball and the Ice Punch, because I also have Azu with, you will see on the left, I also have Azu with Hydro Pump and Ice Beam, and then also have Registeel with Flash Cannon and Focus Blast. And it's shiny, which, as you guys know, it does more damage. So let's get started. So as you guys see in the first matchup, it was pretty good, and in the first round, if you watch it, you can see that in the first few matches, you can face anybody, because it's all over the place. Everybody's rank 1. So you could go against Pogo King, Zionic, whoever at rank 1, or somebody who had never played in their life. So that's why it's so interesting. So now I switched over to Hypno and going into Cloister. And this is what I was talking about right here, guys. Do you see that? It just crashed right there. So I come back into the game and watch this. And I try to hurry back into the battle, and it goes into a different one. So I lost that one, and that happened 2 times. So otherwise this team would have got me 18-2, which is very annoying, but it is what it is, because that would have been my streak. I would have had 18, and this way I did not. I only got to 13, I believe, or 12 streak, because of it happened periodically like that. So it happened at the 13th, but it should have, or the 14th, which should have been a win, and then it happened again like 2 matches later. So I'm like, great. But anyways, so now this was, and I faced some, you know, questionable opponent, just because on the question of what they used. But I think is that Ivysaur maxed out at 14-14? I'm not sure, but it only has 14 CP. And then, so my Hypno was easily able to, you know, take it. And now, so many, I faced those Beedrills, how I say it? I have faced so many of them. I'm not sure why everybody's using them. They're probably pretty good. I have never used them before, but there were so many for some reason in these matchups. And then Lapras, there was a pretty good amount, but the most was basically Defense Form, Deoxys, and Hypnos, lots of Hypnos. And which reminds me, so the reason why I want to use my Hypno, I built a Hypno separately. So I built Hypno to be able to take down Hypno. So I went to PV Poke, and I created my actual special Hypno that basically has 15 attacks and has 15 stamina and 7 defense. And when I run the simulation on PV Poke, that right there, as you can see, I'm facing Hypno against Hypno, and I know I can win this matchup with 1 shield easily. And even if they don't shield and they shield, I could easily win this matchup because I play the simulations. So I'm gonna invest into a shield with Hypno eventually, if I need to. But I know that I'm gonna win this, and especially if they don't shield, because my Hypno built to destroy the best Hypno if you go by the PvP IVs. So that's something that I wanted to test out, that I'm building against the pro players who use PvP IVs, meaning I'm building the mirror matches to be able to get over those. So let's see how it goes. I'm just going to test it out this season. I'm going to share it through the matches. So anyways, Azumaril and that little black kitty cat, which is Umbreon. Or is it even a cat, or it's a dog? Whatever. But yeah, that's a good matchup for me right now, because it just has Dark Pulse and throwing Dark Pulses. So I'm just going to build up some energy and throw a shield bait. Hopefully he basically gets it. And yes, it worked perfectly. So now the Hydro Pump. And, well, before, of course, a Dark Pulse, because it outpaced me. So the next up, but he swaps out. It's Roselia. It's perfect. So I'm just going to throw that Ice Beam. That should one-shot it. And, yep, perfect. And now it's going to come back. And I'm just going to throw the Hydro Pump because the shields are down. But just gonna swap out to save my Azu with the Registeel coming in, and I can just basically one-shot it with Focus Blast. And I still have a shield. So this is basically GG's right here. And there goes the Focus Blast. And boom, shakalaka. And it's out. Win. Winner, winner. So, oh, and each time, well, that was the first, you guys saw that why I couldn't basically go all 5 wins is because the freaking game frozen on me, and that happens again, which is very annoying. But it is what it is. And now in this next matchup, I'm starting with Hypno again, and I'm facing Registeel, which is not so great for me. It would be great if I had the Fire Punch, but I do not have that. But I'm staying in, and I can also tank 1 Flash Cannon. And I'm hoping that they swap out, but I'm throwing a Shadow Ball, get a shield, or at least some damage. And the Shadow Ball was shielded, so I'm about to swap out right on the charge move to my Azumaril. And so I was able to build up some energy, and then let's see if they're staying in. No, they swap out, which is good for me because it looks like it has Razor Leaf, that Venusaur, so I was like, okay, so they're not gonna be able to build up energy, so I'm going to just basically shield this. Oh, sorry, no, it didn't have, that's why, and I just come back with my Hypno. So I let the Azu go just because of the Hypno came back and just did this and wiped the person out, I mean Venusaur out. And now my Hypno has energy, and now I come back with the Registeel right on the charge move. So this is Flash Cannon, so I know that because it wanted to go for the Hypno. And then I have time to build up for that Focus Blast, and there goes the game right there, because that's one-shotted right there at the Registeel. And I still have 2 shields left. So this was perfect. Oh, it was Skarmory. I forgot that there's still 1 more Pokemon. It happens all the time. I'm like, start celebrating, and I realize that there is 1 more left. Oops. And anyways, so there goes the Sky Attack. I just shield it, because why not? I have 2 shields, so might as well just flex. And win that one too. Alright, next match. I think this was a great match, right, against her. And, oh, and Articuno. Yeah, I haven't seen it for a while. But what I'm trying to say is there were so many, oh, and Munchlax, I hate Munchlax. There were so many female players or female characters. Who knows if they're really female or male. No offense to anybody, but so many times they play a female character when they're males. But there were so many. I faced I think 8 of them, which is crazy to me, because I had never really had that before. I do know that girls PvP, but that was a surprise. So anyways, that Munchlax was still able to throw an attack at me, at my Azu, so I had to shield that. It was this close, you know, 1 health. And I should be able to beat this gain into the Ice Beam, which is awesome, because it would be super effective if it goes unshielded, but shielded it. And it's out, but the good news is I still have Hypno. And I just invest a shield into Hypno, because I know Hypno can take care of this and whatever is in the back. And guys, Hypno is amazing. I missed out on Season 1 on not using a Hypno. And finally I was like, alright, let me just invest into a Hypno, and I got a good one, but I want to build a special one because I know how many Hypnos are out there. So like I said, I really wanted a Hypno that wins the mirror match, and that's what I built. But now you guys know that, so when you face me, you will know that as well. And now Registeel comes in to basically clean up shop. Take the damage. Good job, Reggie. And Meganium, we can throw that Flash Cannon, and even at this point the Earthquake would not be able to one-shot us right now, but we should be able to beat it, because he was I don't know if it was CMP type, but it was this close to throw that Earthquake. But actually at that point it might have taken me out, because my health was actually pretty low, but who knows, at least I won, so that's perfect. Now Skarmory and Hypno is not so great, but the Shadow Ball does add up some good damage. But I want to swap out on the charge move, but I couldn't, so now I have to invest into a shield. And then I build up some more energy and throw that Shadow Ball. So either get a shield or pretty good amount of damage, so it's a shield, perfect. And what I also realized with the Hypno, this time I was able to swap out on the charge move with my Reggie, and I never, see, that's why, because this is still good for me, because they have 1 shield and I can throw a Focus Blast, which not almost, but takes a big chunk of energy out of whatchamacallit, Whiscash, and I can let my Registeel go down anyways. So because I know that Whiscash will beat me to a charge move, I don't really need Registeel, it's already done its job, and I can finish it up with the remaining 2 Pokemons, which is Hypno, which is my new favorite, guys. And there we go. And then now I have enough energy, and that's not so good for me. So I have to swap out right away on the charge move, and Azu comes in for the saving, and now Azu can literally take on, because Azu can take this match. So I know I have to invest a shield into Azumaril, because Azu can win both of the matchups. And Azu is very tanky, and I'm so happy that I got I think it's a 15, 14, 15, my Azu. So or 14, 15, 15, that's my Azu, I think, which is, I think, rank 6, which is awesome. Super excited about it. But anyway, so Azu is super tanky, and now I have to invest the shield again, like I said, because it can win my match, and try to swap on the charge move and land a Shadow Ball, which is not gonna do too much damage, as you guys can see, but at this point anything can help, and I'm trying to raise to that Ice Beam, but I couldn't, and now that's gonna take my Hypno, but I can come back with Azu, which should be able to take it, because I can tank one more Foul Play, I think that's what it throws me, yeah, and able to throw the Hydro Pump right there. It was, again, this close, guys. These matches were so close. I mean, did you see that Hydro? And never mind, I actually lost this one. So this is a great matchup, because look at that, it was this close. So that was one of the losses that I was like, man, that was really close, and that prevented me to. But yeah, these matches were so close. So that was my only basically one loss. The other ones were literally because of the game froze. And I was really pissed about it, because they could have been way better. Alright guys, so that's it. Hope you liked it, and make sure to tune in, because remember, every single Wednesday at 12:15 p.m. a new podcast episode is going to air. So make sure to tune in Wednesdays, 12:15 Eastern Time, here on this channel, because it's going to be the next podcast. I will link it in here or here, but you guys make sure to tune in, and so far the podcast has blown up. So make sure you guys to subscribe to the channel and don't miss out anybody. The next guest this Wednesday is Ryan Swag, and I'm super excited because he's going really to dive deep into the Go Battle League for you. So thank you guys for watching. See you tomorrow.